My dear brothers and sisters, clergy and ambassador for peace. 안녕하십니까?
안녕하십니까.
Yesterday, I went to Lake Superior in Minnesota with Reverend Takami and Reverend Ha and some members of the Minnesota Family Church. The lake is the largest freshwater lake in the world. Wow, like ocean, such a really huge lake. It was very, very good experience, and with really members, and yeah, you see how much beautiful they are. Thank you, Jim, couple, Kevin, and other blessed family. Yes, in front of the lake. And there is a Korean wall, Veterans Memorial, and I heard that
when 3 generations live together in harmony as one, that household takes on a form of a true family, which heaven desires. In this family, the grandfather, grandmother, father and mother would take the top position. You as young couples would take the center position, and below you, your sons and daughters would find their places. Living together with your grandparents and parents gives you the opportunity to take care of and show love to your elders. Then, how is it that harmony in the family becomes the root of success in all things? The family is a microcosm of the society, nation, world, and further, the universe. That was how God created it. People were created to
generations live together in harmony as one. That household takes on a form of a true family, which heaven desires. In this family, the grandfather, grandmother, father, and mother would take the top position. You, as young couples, would take the center position, and below you, your sons and daughters would find their place. The family is a microcosm of the society, nation, and world, and further the universe. That was how God created it. People were created to spend the first years of their lives in a family where they receive true love. Harmony in the family is possible only when all the members of the family are engaged in giving and receiving true love. Only when all angles in the relationship within the family, from the east, west, south, north, upper, lower, left, right, and front and back, are positioned for joy and harmony, can you succeed in all the endeavors you pursue in the community. Therefore, harmony of the family is the key point for all things to go well. Furthermore, it is a core factor in uniting society, nation, and world. One who harmonizes the family can unite their own community and thrive, and they can also play the central role in the peace of their nation and the world. My brothers and sisters, today I want to share very important things. I study God's word a lot. And then, also read autobiography of all the senior brothers and sisters, and also my own experience. Today, I'd like to add some content here. Today, through Father, through parents, talking about harmony, right? Then, how can we realize a harmonious family? Please listen carefully. Very important. How can we realize harmonious family, right? Between husband and wife, between Cain and Abel, between parents and children, among brothers and sisters, right? First of all, you must completely empty yourself for the sake of the whole. If you think of harmony as a subject, and the family becomes harmonious, you need to self-denial that is determined to live or willingly submit to any sacrifice. Very important. Okay, once again, you must completely empty yourself for the sake of the whole. Completely deny yourself. This is the first point. You need to think that you are not the subject. Your wife is not the subject. Your children is not the subject. The subject is harmony. Centering on harmony, because harmony is God. Centering on harmony, all family members need to deny yourself, completely empty yourself. Otherwise, I am telling you, you cannot create harmony. You willingly submit to any sacrifice, any effort, any kind of condition. You need to prepare, because harmony is the key point. Harmony is like God. Just as salt dissolves in water, the being called me must completely disappear. You must never reveal yourself. You can only give out a salty taste, like a house salt enter water and gives it a salty taste. You must live completely forgetting your position as a father or a mother. You must live completely forgetting your position as a husband and wife, child and brother or sister, and live only with the thought of the living for the sake of harmony for the whole. I am your mother. I am your father. I am your central figure. Okay? I am your husband. I am your wife. Do not say your position at all. You forget the position of father. You forget the position of mother. You forget the position as a husband and wife. Just really empty your mind. And the harmony is the key. So just as a salt dissolved in water, completely disappear. Okay? You must never reveal yourself, completely disappear yourself, and become dissolved in water. Just only show the taste. Forget my position as a father, forget my position as a mother, forget my position as a children. Just I walk and about to contribute everything, centering on harmony. Harmony is the key. To create harmony, I can do anything. I can, I can do any sacrifice. You need to have this kind of mindset. Otherwise, I am telling you, fallen husband and wife cannot create harmony. It's my 47 years experience since I joined Unification Church. In the family, in the society, in any community, same thing. For that to happen, sometimes you will need to live as a mute, do not talk anything. Live in silence without a word. You must have the thought that if your family can be harmonious, if you become a mute, you're like a dumb, then you will live that way for even 10 years or 20 years. Because we create a problem because of talk. That's why I tell you, without any talk, like 3 months or 4 months, just only serving, I tell you guarantee, you create harmony. Why create this harmony? Because of talk. You need to understand about that point. You can never assert yourself. You must also not nag, not even warn others. Only thing about serving others and showing through your actions. If you try to save face as a father or a mother, disharmony will come upon your family, definitely. You must completely think that you are living in your home as a servant. All the while, internally you need to think of the endlessly living for the sake of the family with the heart of the parents. If family members have shortcomings, you need to think of taking responsibility over them and protecting them and help them without speaking. If you live in this way, I am telling you, sure, your entire family can become harmonious. What you need to know clearly is that harmony is the subject, and that you are the object partner for that harmony. And you need to think about paying any kind of the sacrifice. This is today I share my 46 years experience since joining Unification Church. This is the only way can create harmony in the family, in your community, in your church. Very important point. Living divine principle, God's work of salvation. Let's study EDP.
God's work of salvation is the providence of restoration.
What is the salvation? Okay. Traditional view of salvation, okay, just was only able to show the model for spiritual salvation. Traditional view of salvation focused on individual salvation so far, and the tendency to become selfish. Traditional view of the salvation does not care about others. Traditional view of the salvation does not think about God's original purpose. That's why Father said, as long as we focus on individual salvation, people easily become really selfish. They need to know, they need to understand the concept of the total salvation. I believe in Jesus, guarantee I can enter kingdom of heaven. I don't care, my brothers and sisters, cousin, whoever do not believe in Jesus, go to the hell. If you think just on your own individual salvation, can you imagine? Cannot think about the really entire salvation. That's why I love the concept of the total salvation. You know? How can we keep that kind of the concept of the total salvation? You need to think, God is parents of all mankind. Does not matter any religions, any color, any national boundary. We are children of God beyond nationality, any boundaries. If we truly believe God is the God of all mankind, then everybody think about the total salvation more than individual salvation. God's plan for salvation, there is a plan, very clear plan. God has a plan for individual, for family, you know. That's why it just starts from individual salvation. How can create the unity, mind and body, and then let each one of human beings to control their body by their spirit and mind. And the next one is a family salvation, tribal salvation, national salvation, total world salvation, and cosmic salvation, even Satan's salvation. And then finally, what was the last stage? The last stage is what? God's liberation. Wow, very clear plan. God's plan for salvation. GPS. Without GPS, we cannot go anywhere, right? GPS stands for Global Position System, but in principle, it refers to God's plan for salvation, right? And today I'm talking about the family salvation, right? A family is a basic structure of the kingdom of heaven. We already know through divine principle. Kingdom of heaven is based on the perfection of the four-person foundation. Kingdom of heaven is based on the perfection of the four great realms of heart and three great kingships. Messiah came to realize the ideal family. People who receive the blessing, heaven has already begun centered on their family. When you realize a family centered on blessing, you have already escaped Satan's dominion on the family level. One of the incredible discovery by Father, there is, basic salvation begins from family, not from individual at all. Salvation means complete salvation. That's why, just individually you are perfect. Okay? You cannot enter kingdom of heaven. Kingdom of heaven only can enter from family level. That's why family salvation is really basic things, not individual salvation. And let's study Father's word.
We should dwell in heaven as a family. The Unification Church's viewpoint of salvation.
Unit of the structure of the kingdom of heaven. That's why we do not enter heaven before realizing our family. Wow. Buddhism know this one? Christian know this one? Any religious leaders know this one? Father first time discover this one. Right? Family is the smallest unit of the structure of the kingdom of heaven, not individual at all. When you enter the spiritual world, Father said you came to know the reality. Who really can enter kingdom of heaven? So continue our study, Father.
So far, religion.
You can never enter the kingdom of heaven alone. It is said that you enter the kingdom of heaven in the family unit. It is said that only when the 3 generations become one and achieve the 4 great realms of heart and the 3 great realms of the kingship can they enter family salvation. No religion talking about family salvation. Okay, your first generation you already complete and become chanbo whatever. But your children is not yet reach that standard. What to do? Not separate from your children. 3 generations all connect together, no matter what. Basic unit is what? Family. How much important family? Wow, it's really incredible. I also very much admire Father discovery this kind of the principle, right? Centering on 3 generations, 3 great kingships, 4 realms of heart. Wow, just only this simple principle. This is everything actually. It is an incredible discovery. How much lucky we are. How much do you appreciate divine principle? How much do you appreciate our 2 parents? Discover this really fundamental principle no one knows so far. Today's youth ministry, we are taking responsibility for our eternal life. Let's start.
True Father, who knows God's heart.
About true Father is that he knows about God's soul, God's heart, God's bitter soul, and pain better than anyone else. Even existing saints and sages did not know about this at all. No one talking about God's sorrow, no one talking about God's heart, right? This is such an amazing thing. True Father discover God's heart and sorrow. Wow. Even Jesus could not talk about it. Because not yet laid the foundation. There was never a person who discovered God's heart and pain and sorrow so far. How can you fulfill God's will without knowing His will, His sorrow, His pain, and His heart? We unificationists are happy to say that we have met true parents who knew and experienced God's sorrow and better than anyone else. there are many people in this world who are far more distinguished and greater than us. So our people who have many sins and shortcomings like us were able to meet the great true parents is truly amazing. We met to the Father, through Mother, who discovered this kind of the really unimaginable, the principle, and then really discover God's heart and soul. Next.
The meaning and reason we met true parents. Therefore, we should know that there is God's hope and will that we must fulfill in our being born on this earth. What power do we need besides true love?
Yeah. I always emphasize this, but it is a truth that since we were born with God's wish. Therefore, we need to know the truth that if we live centering on selfish desires while being unaware of God's wish, that is what becomes God's heart and soul. Whether awake or asleep, and day or night, we must always live thinking about how to realize God's wish. That is Shojong. In a word, the first wish God has for us is for everyone to become filial sons and daughters who give all their filial heart to heaven. When you have children, don't you also tell them to become better filial sons and daughters than yourselves? Since parents of secular world do not know God's wish, they wish for their children to have great success in life, make a lot of money, and gain honor, and marry, and live well. However, the wish of the original parents is not for children to make a lot of money and earn doctorate degrees and become the president or become the famous. All of those things won't matter once we die. They won't matter once we shed the physical body, right? What use will money, honor, and power have after death? What power do we need beside the true love? The only thing that goes through the eternal world are two things. Only two things remain forever. Next.
We are the substantial form of God's
will. If a vine had a wish, it would only be to to be bear fruit for its owner. If we say that the vines is our physical body, the grapes are our spiritual body, and the farmer is God, what's the final goal of the farmer? It is a reap fruit called the grapes. That is the wish of the farmer, right? Therefore, while the tree of our physical bodies are still alive on earth, we have to bring God's true love, true life, true lineage to fruition in our spiritual selves. This is the responsibility and mission we need to accomplish while living in the physical world. Other than this, we cannot have any other of our wishes. After knowing this wish of God's, there is nothing we can request God to grant for us. Instead of us requesting to God about our wishes, we are rather in the position of taking care of God's wishes. In that sense, all people are substantial forms of God's wishes. They must realize those wishes. My brothers and sisters, once again I am telling you, all people are substantial forms of God's wish. I am substantial forms of God's wish. Please remind this point, very important. We were born with this kind of God's wish. That's why we are substantial forms of God's wish. We need to know that this point is very important. I cannot insist on my own opinion. I cannot go my own direction. We need to know always we are substantial forms of God's wish. That's why we need to accomplish His wish. When I was born with this God's wish, that's why my vision centered on God's wish. My goal centered on God's wish. Whatever I do centered on God's wish. That is my purpose of my life. Many people do not know this. What is our wish? Wish is for flesh and money and knowledge and honor are all necessary. If we had a wish, it is only to bring our spirit selves to fruition as a filial sons and daughters before God. Next.
We are taking responsibility for our eternal life. God's wish is neither knowledge,
philosophy, theology, certain authority, nor money. It is common sense that God's wish is for us to become filial sons and daughters. It seems like we know all about that, but actually we do not know. Our life cannot exceed 100 years. Our time on this physical world is so limited, right? The time we spend on this earth will all come to an end after some time passes. It is an absolute destiny that we will eventually shed our physical bodies and leave this world. And along with the extinction of the physical body, all the wealth and power and honor that we had will also come to an end. Yet people of this world have lingering attachment and cling on to things that end in the physical world. My brothers and sisters, our life is very short, right? My goodness, I am already 66 years old. I cannot believe what I have done. My brothers and sisters, you say I am still young boy, 20 years old, 30 years old, 35 years old. I am telling you, time flies so quickly. You need to know the value. While you are on the earth, what should you focus? What you need to know clearly is that we have taken responsibility for our eternal life. All fallen people are uncertain about this point. You cannot risk your life so far and have lingering attachment for things that are rot and disappear. People who realize this early on are those who were liberated from the realm of death. My brothers and sisters, death originally has a divine meaning. Death is a divine process in which we enter the eternal world. That's why we must live truly until the time we shed our physical bodies. If you struggle to try to live sincerely, but it still does not work out, you must repent, shedding many tears. To really find sincerity and 정성, fallen people, fallen human beings need a lot of tears. It means to live the short life given to us with tears, investing our whole heart and strength, and offering sincere 정성 devotion. When we think about this, we cannot be but busy, right? Today I share very important things. We are taking responsibility for our eternal life. Thank you very much.